Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Cricket Wicket, and today I'll be talking about the new changes to the laws of cricket which have been announced by the MCC, which will be effective starting October 1st, 2022. Number 1, called dismissals. The new batters will be on strike even if the previous batter had crossed before being caught unless it is the end of the over. This is a disadvantage for the batting team because, for example, towards the end of the game, if your non-striker is your set batsman and your striker gets out caught, even if you cross each other, new batsman will face the first delivery. Number 2, running out a non-striker. The wording that covers a player being run out by the bowler while backing up, often referred to as munkading, has been moved from unfair play to run out, and I think this rule was long overdue. If a bowler steps over the line just by an inch, it's considered a no ball. Does the bowler complain, come on, it's just an inch? No, right? So when the same is done with the batsman, why do some people consider it unfair play? Do you agree with this law? Comment down below. Number 3, no saliva. When cricket resumed following the onset of COVID-19, you were not allowed to apply saliva to the ball, and the new laws will not permit the use of saliva on the ball after the MCC's research found that this had little or no impact on the amount of swing the bowlers were getting. They said players were using sweat to polish the ball, and this was equally effective. Players won't need to take much time adjusting to this change as they've been used to this law for the past year. Number 4, dead ball. Dead ball will be called by the umpire if either side is disadvantaged by a person, animal or object entering the field. So any pitch invaders hoping to distract the team, well, you won't be able to succeed. Well, unless you're Jarvo. Number 5, judging a wide. In the modern day era, many batters are trying to be inventive by moving around the pitch to distract the bowlers, and many times there have been controversies if the ball is wide or not since the batsman moved. Hence, now the new law has made matters clear, stating that a wide will apply to where the batter is standing and where the batter stood at any point since the bowler began their run-up. Although this makes matters clear, now it's still up to the on-field umpire's judgment if the ball is considered wide or not. Number 6, strikers' right to play the ball. If the ball landed away from the pitch, it was considered a dead ball, but now the new law states that the striker has a right to play the ball should it land away from the pitch, so long as some part of their foot remains on the pitch. Should they venture beyond that, the umpire will signal a dead ball. This makes the bowler's job tough, especially when dew comes into play, as the ball can easily slip from the bowler's hands. Number 7, unfair movement by the fielding side. Until now, any member of the fielding side who moved unfairly, meaning they moved while the bowler was in their run-up, was punished only with a dead ball, potentially cancelling a good shot by the batsman. Now if this occurs, instead of being called a dead ball, the fielding side will be penalized with 5 penalty runs. Number 8, replacement players. Replacements are now to be treated as if they were the player they replace, inheriting any sanctions or dismissals that player has done in the match. For example, if a player has to leave the field due to dangerous bowling, the replacement bowler now can't bowl at all because the same sanctions are on him as the player he is replacing. Number 9, bowler throwing the ball towards a striker. If a bowler throws the ball before entering the delivery stride, which is very rare, it will now be considered a dead ball instead of no ball, which doesn't make sense because the ball is dead before the bowler bowls the ball. So why reduce it from no ball to dead ball? I can't make sense of this rule. Overall, a lot of new rules and changes, some which were long overdue and some which have question marks over them. Players would need to understand these new laws quickly as it will be effective during this year's T20 World Cup. Comment down below on which law can bring a drastic change to the outcome of the game. For me, it's that the munkad will now be considered a run out, which give bowlers a license to run the non-striker should they venture out the crease before the ball is bowled. So that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like the video, share it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Tata and adios.